Good evening and welcome to Jumpers for Goalposts. My name is Clive Graham and I'm not wearing any pants. The series is even Stevens at the moment and the rivalry now is so intense that the teams quite literally hate each other. Our two team captains are Ron Manager and Tommy Steen. So, Ronnie, tell us about your team.
Sorry, I was miles away there.
We're doing the quiz, Ron.
What, again? Oh, Mike, it's like we're doing it every week. Oh, very well, isn't it? He doesn't understand the rock media. Oh, he supports West Ham, and that'll be the day he sees the lamplight. Yes, it's David a six. And David, just to make you feel at home, we've provided you with your own lamp.
It's a great lamp, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Top lamp,
A personal design of mine.
It turns on.
So do you. You turn it on, That's right, we're in Albert Square. So why anyone lives there is beyond me. It seems a very depressing place, full of the working classes, you know. But my next guest plays the character of Natalie Evans. Her husband is one of the widest people on television. Please welcome Lucy Speed.
Well, Lucy, welcome to my show. Now, I'm a big fan of EastEnders and I must ask you, have you ever caught Pat and Roy on the job? Perhaps not. No? We'll leave it there.
Well, I wouldn't tell anyway.
OK, Tommy, please tell us who your guests are.
I'd be delighted to, Clive. My first guest had a long and distinguished career playing for a team that included such characters as Vinnie Jones, Dennis Wise, Wolf, Hunter and Ulrika Johnson. Please welcome John Fashanu. Welcome, John. And my other guest is a football-mad member of one of the pop sensations of the new millennium. Yes, it's Lee Latchford Evans from Stairs.
Well, it's great to have you on the show, Lee, and I must tell you that my two young daughters hate your band. OK, enough banter. We've got a quiz to play, and our first round is called Hairy Monsters. I'll be asking the teams to identify a well-known celebrity or footballer with their face removed. And only the hair remaining. Ron, here is your first hairy monster.
That's Kenny Dalglish.
Grandson.
Oh, two conflicting answers from my team. Who do I trust? Who do I go with?
It's either Kenny Dalglish or Graham Lasso.
Well, which one?
OK, we'll go with the whinging jock, Kenny Dalglish.
Let's have a look and see if you're right.
Oh! That's Paul
Merso. Tommy. Oh, my God.
I took the opportunity to learn something from one of my guests.
Oh, don't you worry, I've learned a lot under the table from this.
Tommy, have a look. Here is your first hairy monster.
Oh,
To me.
come along. It's a cinch.
Unanimous verdict from the experts here. That is Scholesy.
Well, let's have a look and see if you're right. Yeah. Ron's team.
Swiftly on.
Here is your second hairy monster.
Oh. Looks like Morris
Just
Stewart,
who is that?
Does look like Morris Stewart, doesn't he? I'm going to go for Morris Stewart.
OK, let's have a
Oh!
Whitney Houston.
look. Very close. But...
See,
David's very good at getting them after the ball's been removed.
once that ball goes, Ron, I'm there.
OK, Tommy's team, eyes down. Here's your second hairy monster.
Well, we are very happily combining the worlds of music and football here to suggest that that is Michael Bolton.
Well, let's have a look.
Oh, yes!
Yes.
OK, Ron, come on, pluck your ideas up. And who's this?
Oh, Chelsea shirt.
We think it's that little pocket striker, Emilio Zola, and how he combines I don't know. The cooking oil, the football and the philosophy is beyond me.
Well, let's see if you're right. Yes! Well done. Tommy's team, here's your last hairy monster.
Their ones are easier, Ron.
Yes, they have been. I have a word with them. They're not as bright as you, though, are they?
Don't worry, I'll be talking to Picture Command later.
We think it might be Peter Shilton.
Is it Schiltz?
Sorry, mates.
He's not going to be pleased with that. OK, then. At the end of that round, the scores are Real Ron are on 2, Atletico Steen are on 4. Oh, Ron, before I move on, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, well, a lightly poached egg on toast, you know. The binding qualities of the egg are legendary, and my propensity for looseness in that...
Ron, you're disgusting me. Be quiet. Tommy, what about you?
Oh, organic muesli, topped with sliced kiwi, lychee and starfruit, mango and kumquat.
Breakfast? That sounds more like the names of Sting's children. I don't generally prepare a breakfast. What's the point when you're a single man? I usually grab something unhealthy on the run, you know, like a bacon sandwich, or I'll get a researcher to nip out for a Danish pastry. I'll stuff that down, have a can of cola, and hate myself all day. Know what I mean, girls? Super. Oh, Rob, while I'm here, what did your son have for breakfast today?
My son lives in Australia, you know that.
No, Ron, the other son, the one who still lives at home with you.
What do you mean, Ferenc?
Yes. Yes, Ferenc. What did he have for breakfast?
Well, mashed bananas and condensed milk.
How old is he now, Ron?
42.
I think we better move on. OK, then, it's round 2, and it's a film round. 2 Premier League footballers have very kindly allowed us into their delightful homes, and we'll be asking our 2 teams to identify the player. So, Ron, get ready to go through the player's entrance. Wow, look at this sumptuous beige panel living unit. It certainly isn't a loft, or just a room with a bed at one end and a kitchen at the other that estate agents try and fob off as a studio. It's not one of those. Look, a horse. You might be looking at those coals and think, is that a clue? No, but you'd be warm. 1-9. Do those numbers mean anything? Is it cold outside? No, it's a West Indies cricket jumper. Look out, he's bowled a Yorker. Whose home is that, Ron?
Well, I hope it's not Duncan Ferguson's.
Who do you think it is, Lucy?
Yes.
Dwight York.
Dwight York. Let's have a look and see if you're right.
Hi, I'm Dwight York, and this is my home.
Tell him, Dwight.
Get off the pitch! Come on! Dog on the pitch! Tommy, deal with that.
Get that dog away from my career.
Tommy, good squirrely!
Why is he not playing anymore?
He's wearing a necktie very similar to the one you used to wear in that
That's
river
it.
program.
I think it is one of them.
Tommy, here's your chance to go through the player's entrance. The prancing horse can mean only one thing. Ferrero Rocher. We must be outside a footballer's house. A sumptuous beige interior. Zebra skin print. Something wild lurks here. What the hell is it? Oh, it's an elephant. Look out! Yet more savage beasts. The wild boy is blue through and through. There's a clue there.
Just while we're deliberating, can I just compliment those players on the standard of cleanliness in their homes? Absolutely outstanding.
And I'd like to compliment on the standard of beigeness. And creamery.
What about Tony Adams?
Let's have a look and see if you're right.
Hi, I'm Robbie Savage. This is my house, and who invited you in?
Nearly.
Right then, the end of that round, the scores are Real Ron on 4, and drawing with 4 also, Atletico Steen. And now it's time for a top tip. Each week, the legendary Mr. Manager unearths a gem from his enormous databank of football knowledge. Ron, it's over to you.
Will you come with me?
Yes, Ron.
Thank you very much. Accompany me out to the front here.
Yes, Ron.
Could you hover across the carpet to the other side, please? Only he gets...
Mind the carpet,
See,
you
I
loon!
told you.
Sorry.
Now, David,
Yes.
take the ball.
Right.
This is a complex manoeuvre, only to be embarked upon by trained professionals. Now, I know you had a stint with West Ham boys as a youth, back in those days when you had some hair. For purposes of this demonstration, ball's coming over at an awkward height, about there.
Yes.
You can't reach it with a conventional kick. So what do? Well, first, I shape up. Is it safe behind me? Right, now, David, you throw the ball at the required height. The header! Thank you very much. Very useful tool in the footballer's armoury.
Thank you very much, David. Now, I wonder, can you tell me where I can get hold of Winter's Tale on coloured vinyl?
It was only a winter's tale, wasn't it? Just another winter's tale, isn't it? Marvellous.
Thanks for that, Ron. My favourite. Now, I've got a couple of half-time scores from some other quizzes for you. Over at the weakest link, a vicar has walked off in a huff. And on Big Break, John Virgo has earned £60 for charity with a cannon off the brown.
Good man.
I love Jim Davidson.
So do I.
Snooker, loopy, nuts are we. We're all snooker, loopy.
Have you thought of covering that one, Lee? It's only a matter of time, surely.
Right. We'll see you lot in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Jumpers for Goalposts, the family quiz where no one says fuck. Now, we're kicking off the second half of the show with Tommy's tip. Mr. Tommy Steen, what do you got for us?
Baby oil. That's not just good for the bathroom and the bedroom. Also very useful in the kitchen. Stainless steel, fridge doors, cupboard doors, cooker hoods, all a hellish nightmare to clean without scratching. Simple solution, a little baby oil on kitchen roll, rub it in smoothly, and it cleans and leaves a lovely, lustrous finish.
I say, Fash, I bet those gladiators got through a fair bit of baby oil on the show.
Yeah, all the time. Buckets loads.
Fantastic. Football, I'm bored senseless with it, and I know you are, so let's have a bored with football round. Managers, sit out this round, please. It's just for our guest. Categories are pop, books and DIY. In your own time, Mr. Essex, please choose your first category.
DIY.
What colour is a greenhouse?
It's made of glass.
Yes! Lucy?
Books, please.
Which flavour of jam is the one with the nasty pips that get stuck between your teeth?
Raspberry.
Yes! Well done. Right, Fash, which category, please?
DIY.
Apart from huffing, what else did the wolf do to blow down the three pigs' houses?
A bit of huffing, a bit of coughing.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was puffing. Very close, unlucky. Lee, would you kindly pick a category?
I'll better pick pop then, please.
Very well. What is the current thickness recommendation for loft insulation?
4 inches.
I'm afraid it's 150 millimetres.
I knew that!
And after that round, the scores may well be Atletico Steen on 4 and Real Ron leading with 6.
19! What's all this drivel about being bored with football? When you're bored with football, you're bored with life, aren't you? Isn't it marvellous? Oh.
Quite right, Ron. Let's have some football to whet our appetite. Take a look at this. England training. Right. Now we're going to go down to the training ground. Ron and Lucy, you go first. Obviously, it's not a real training ground. There's not enough room for all the girls with bleached blonde hair hoping to sleep with a number of players and sell their story onto a red-top tabloid. Right, it's time to pin the ponytail on David Seaman.
There it is. An aerial view of Highbury. Oh, down on that pitch somewhere is England's #1 Arsenal keeper, David Seaman. Lucy, your task is to pin the ponytail on David Seaman. I'm going to blindfold you. I'm going to do something to you. I'm going to disorientate you. I've never heard it called that before. Sorry, dear, if you're watching. Now, here we go.
Ron, get on with it.
You spin me right round, baby, like...
Oh, don't, I've got a cold, I feel dizzy already.
Oh, she's got a cold! Oh, no! Get an ambulance. Right. OK. Now, walk forward and pin it. Go on, my dear, that's it. Go on now. Yes! Yes!
5 points.
5 points, my darling.
5 points for Ron's team. Tommy, it's your go next.
Go on, Lee, follow me. Watch your step around the lamppost set. OK, now I'm going to blindfold you, so you'll have to watch your step. OK, clasp on your hand there, and step forward and pin it on David Seaman. Straight in front of you, come on, come on! 5 points to us as well. Well done.
Very controversial. At the end of that round, the scores are, in second place, Atletico Steam with 9 points, and Rail Ron still leading with 11. Well, right, it's out that we had a dog on the pitch earlier because we had a stiffer dog in the film library, and this is what he rooted out. It's you, Ron, from 1982. Do you remember this?
There are 4 million dogs in this country. That's an awful lot of dog or pieces of dog poo. We're a nation of dog lovers, not dog poo lovers. It's everywhere. All over the pavements, the roads, and our blimmin' shoes. Mrs. Manager's going to have to clean these tonight. For heaven's sake, pet owners, take your animals into the parks and play areas where they can defecate to their heart's content and you and I can walk the pavements in safety.
Lee, have you ever had occasion to watch your steps to avoid stepping in dog teeth?
No.
Oh, good.
What does steps actually mean? You know, steps. What does it mean?
Means steps, dance steps.
Someone told me it was something to do with Alcoholics Anonymous. They've got 12 steps, haven't they?
Apparently so, I wouldn't know really.
Aye, well, he'd know all about it, wouldn't you, Clive?
Well, it's one day at a time for me, Tommy. Right, fingers on boozers, buzzers. And with the scores on 11-9, it's the quickfire round. Basically, I ask questions very fast, and the teams must press their buzzers
We
or
answer
their
them very
bells
slowly.
and answer them. And the points are awarded for correct answers. There's no throwing it over. Which player got lost on his first day at Man United and ended up in Liverpool instead? Mark Bosnich or Fabian Barthez?
Bosnich.
Yes. No.
Oh.
It was Barthez.
I'm sorry.
Well, you didn't. Alan Smith's beds and walls are covered with posters of whom? David Batty or S Club 7?
S Club 7.
No, David Batty and Vinnie Jones.
2 own goals!
In 1993, Dave Besant needed plastic surgery, a 4-inch pin and 6 weeks in plaster because he dropped what on his foot? Yes, John?
Salad dressing.
You're quite right. He dropped a bottle of salad cream upon his foot.
As you were playing with him at the time.
I certainly was. I was playing with him exact time it happened.
So he should know.
What was during a game?
Not
You'd
during...
think you'd have used mayonnaise, wouldn't you?
Boxer Audley Harrison was on which team's books as a teenager? Watford, West Ham or Wimbledon? Ron.
Wimbledon.
Watford!
Oh! Own goal again!
Who believes I'm so exciting every time I play that I hope the fans want to have sex with me? Ray Parlour or Paolo Di Canio?
Hey, Paolo Di Can. It's our go, isn't it?
No, they got there first, but we'll sing that in a minute.
We'll sing that.
Paolo Di Canio.
Yes.
Raimondo Paolo, Raimondo Paolo.
Running out of time, Ron, I wouldn't sing now. A Mauritian dish of sea urchins marinated in vodka with caviar and scrambled eggs was created for and named after which Premier League player, Ryan Giggs or David Ginola?
Ginola.
Certainly was. Sea urchin a la Ginola. Who walked into Middlesbrough's canteen and ordered lunch wearing nothing but his training clothes?
Gascoigne.
Paul Gascoigne had to be, really. Well, it's the end of the show, and as I look at my score sheet, I'm forced to tell you that in second place with a gallant effort is Atletico Steen on 11 points, but the winners tonight with 13 points, Real Ron.
Well done, boys. I'll see you at the station.
It's goodbye from Jumpers for Goalposts. A final thank you to all our guests, David Essex, Lucy Speed, John Fashnu and Lee Latchford-Evans. Nobody goes home from Jumpers on an empty stomach, so we've got the Belgian ambassador to supply us with some chocolates. Next week, our guests will be Brittany, Whitney, Jean Pitney and Mango Chutney. Wish you were here, we will be. Ta-da!
Next Monday's guests are Frank Lampard Jr., Tracy Short off of Corrie, Mira Sayal and Goodness Gracious Me, and Paul Nichols. Oh, he used to be the cute one in EastEnders. Next up, Video Syndrome.